Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting here before Carlisle play Bolton at Brunton Park, and what a game this is going to be. I think anyways. Bolton, from what I've seen, from the results that I've seen from them, they seem to be alright going forward, but have an absolute shambles in defence. Ex-right back Gethin Jones could be playing for them today. I don't know, the lineups haven't came out yet, but Boxing Day kickoffs, none of that really matters. It's the day after Christmas. It's a footballer's Christmas because miracles do happen on Boxing Day. You know, you've seen mad results in the past happen on Boxing Day, and it just depends who's had the most turkey at Christmas. And the weather isn't meant to be great today, so that could be a bit of a leveler for the two teams in terms of quality. But it's going to be interesting today. I genuinely could go either way for me. I'm going to say high scoring one. I'm expecting a lot of goals today. 4-3 to Carlisle, I think. Say that. But a win's all I need today. So yeah, in a bit. Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting here after Carlisle have drawn 3-3 at home with Bolton Wanderers. I was one goal off my prediction, but I shouldn't have been really, you know. In fact, my prediction probably should have come true in the last minute with John Mellish, I believe, hitting the post. There was a crowd of players in the way I couldn't see, but from what people have told me outside the ground, that appears to be what's happened. 3 shots on target Bolton had, and that I don't think Farman was to blame for any of them, but I think when you see stats like that, and it isn't the first time this season that we've seen stats like that, but when you see that, and you see that the only times we've really kept clean sheets is when we didn't have a shot on target at all to deal with. And I think questions need to be asked of the goalkeeper. Now, Farman, I think he's made some great saves in the past, and I think that he can be a great keeper, but you know, he wasn't really anywhere near any of the 3 goals today. I can't really remember the third one going in, I just remember being disappointed. But despite that, 3 shots on target that probably shouldn't have been. I think the first goal before the break was really unfortunate to give away, because obviously it took a deflection right onto the head of one of the Bolton players. It was a great bit of luck, that bit. But the other 2 were we were poor in the second half. And it really was a game of 2 halves today, because the first 45 minutes we were by far the better team, and it was the complete opposite the second half. I think I've heard people say we didn't deserve to draw that game, we deserved the 3 points. And while that's true going off the first half, in the second half we were completely abysmal. Nothing seemed to be happening in the second half. It was just, yeah, there was some bad wind against us, but you know, we're the Cumbrians, you know, bad weather is where we're meant to be the team best at playing in bad weather, because we live so far north that that's pretty much everyday weather. I don't think that can be used as an excuse, or at least not to the extent of blowing a 3-goal lead. And that's what, I think 3-3, if you asked me at the start of the game whether that's a good result, I'd probably not be as mad if we hadn't already been 3-0 up, because bottling a 3-goal lead, it feels more like a loss than some losses, because it's just disappointing. I am more disappointed about this result today than I was about the Forest Green loss, despite us getting an extra point today over that result, because we were in such a good position to win. With 5 minutes left of the game, we were in a really good position to win. It's just switching off in the last 5 minutes, thinking the game's won, and it's just a lack of concentration that causes them 2 goals to go in. One, I believe, in the 86th and in the 88th, you know, 2 minutes apart, if that. And them sort of things really frustrated me. I was there today, it was just, I loved the first half, it was great. We were top of the league at half time. It's another opportunity, like I've said in the past, whenever we have an opportunity to break into the level above, if you get what I mean. I remember we were just outside the playoffs for ages, and until we finally broke in, and we kept missing opportunities to get into the playoffs. Then once we got into them finally, we kept missing opportunities to go into the automatic promotion places, and then eventually we did. And today, and of course the result of Forest Green, we had an opportunity to go top of the table, which both times we've squandered, with results going our way elsewhere in the league. We just need to get. If we had got these 2 wins, Forest Green and today, we'd be top of the league, 3 points clear, 4 points clear, I believe, anyways. But that's an ideal world, isn't it? As well, I think there was some poor refereeing decisions. Now, that's not saying I blame the referee for us losing, drawing even, although it does feel like a loss. The referee was poor for both sides today, and it's just a poor standards of refereeing today. Just in the league in general, that I've noticed in recent years, just a poor standard of refs. And of course, the player that scored their equaliser, although he probably should never have got anywhere near the ball, it was just a bunch of missed headers from our defenders, and he probably should have been sent off. He was on a yellow and brought Josh Coyote down when he was going one-on-one with the keeper, which maybe it's a stretch to say it should have been a straight red, but it's definitely at least a yellow card. At the very least, that's what it should be if you look back at it. He should have been sent off, and that probably would have won us the game, but you can't. But that's them. You can't rely on the opposition making mistakes to win. We need to be the better team for 90 minutes. I don't think, something that the opposition should have been punished for can be used to persuade us as the winners, if you get what I mean. We can't be relying on red cards for the other team to win. That's not what we should be relying on. We should be relying on us being better. But yeah, it's disappointing result. I'm disappointed today. It's just kind of got me down a bit after quite a good Christmas. But what can you do? It's Carlisle United. What I like is that we've got that result out the way now. There's one every season where we bottle a lead. There's one every season, and that's out of the way now. So we can look on to the next result. Look on to the next games. I think we've got Walsall coming up quite soon, and a Harrogate Town next on Tuesday. Ooh, away, both of them. 2 difficult games. Walsall more than anything, because although don't let their league position fool you, their recent run of games, I think they've won 4 out of the last 5. At recent form, Walsall, I'm very worried about. Harrogate, not so much. But now that I've said that, we're going to absolutely smash Walsall and lose 1-0 away to Harrogate, just because I've said that. It's sod's law, isn't it? But yeah, I think a draw is probably a fair result today, because it was just, we were by far the better team in the first half, they were by far the better team in the second half, and putting that 2 things together, that it results in a draw, and it's probably fair today. Disappointing overall, but move on in a bit.